Hi guys, Georgette here. Welcome in and thanks for joining me. So today I am sharing my December sewing plans video. So I went through my stash, I picked out a few fabrics and a few patterns that I think would go well with these fabrics. And hopefully, if everything goes well, I will have finished these projects by the end of December. Maybe. Before we get into that, I just wanted to say if you are a new subscriber, welcome. Thank you for joining me. If you are an existing subscriber, welcome back and thank you for joining me. So now that Vlogvember is over, we will be returning back to our regularly scheduled program and videos will be coming up once a week, not every day. I don't know if I will ever do that again. It was a lot of fun, but it was definitely a lot of work. So I'm glad that I did it. And now I'm glad that it's over. All right, let's talk about some of these plans. So like many of you, for us around here, December is quite a busy month. You know, we've got a lot of family fun activities planned and not a whole lot of time to fit those activities in. So I wanted to make sure that the projects that I picked were relatively simple. Also, as you may or may not know, I have not sewn a garment for myself in over 3 years now. So I wanted to make sure that the fabrics that I chose would be relatively easy to use. So all of the fabrics that I have here are knits because I know I can put it on my serger and whip it up easily and quickly. Okay, so let's get into the first one. Here we go. This first fabric obviously is a knit. You can see it's got a black background with a fun floral print. The print is like a neon yellow, some pinks, and mostly blues, blue flowers. It's nice and drapey. Well, not super drapey. It is a little bit lighter weight than a cotton jersey. It drapes a little better than a cotton jersey. Now, by the feel of it, I'm going to say that this is polyester. I don't know what the fabric content is, but it does feel a little bit plasticky. So I would bet you dollars to donuts that this is, if not 100% polyester, most of it is polyester and it's a poly blend. I want to say that I got this fabric from Walmart a few years ago. I believe it was part of their bundles when the fabric bundles were kind of new on the scene at Walmart. I think that's where this is from, but I don't really recall. Anyway, it is a knit fabric. Medium weight, I would call it. So let's check out my plans for it. All right, we'll put it right here. Okay, so I am planning on making Simplicity 9210. This is a lounge tops, dress, shorts, pants, and booties pattern. I'm thinking that I'm going to make version C. Well, no. I'm going to make version A, the one with the hood, but I want the shirt tail hem of version C, so I'm going to combine those two versions, as well as the pants. For version C in size medium, it says it's 2 1/8 yards. And for version F, the pants, size medium, 1 3/8. So what is that? 3.5? It's about 3.5 yards. I do believe that I have enough fabric for that. This is at least 3 yards. I thought it was 4 yards, but I think it's closer to the 3-yard mark. This pattern is calling for 3.5 yards. However, they always tell you that it's going to take more fabric than it actually does. So I'm positive that I can knock out this whole lounge set with these 3 yards. Now, whatever scraps I have left over will definitely be used for headbands and scrunchies and maybe some hats. And depending on how much I have left over, I might be able to knock out like a t-shirt out of this. And this fabric is a little bit thick for a t-shirt, but I could use it as a toile for another pattern that I want to test out. Okay, that is the first one. Okay, so the next plan that I have is for a zip-up jacket for my daughter. I need a lightweight zip-up jacket for her. And I picked this fabric out of my stash. This is I believe it's 100% cotton jersey, and it's from Joann when they were still around. It's part of Well, it was part of their pop collection. As you can see, it is a heather gray background with varying color polka dots. So the pattern I chose for this was Simplicity 8999 version A. I'm thinking this is the exact style that I want. However, this pattern does look like it was drafted for thicker fabrics. So I'm not sure if it's going to be just a smidge too big in the sleeves and in the bodice. So I may have to do some tweaking and bring that pattern in just a little bit to actually become the jacket that I have envisioned in my head. This pattern calls for 1 yard of fabric. And I believe that what I have is 1.5 yards. So I'm going to try to squeeze out some pants out of this fabric as well. And for that, I'm going to use M8250 version C. And version C says it takes 3/4 yard. And when I say that jacket was 1 yard, says 1 3/4 yards. Yeah, I think I can definitely get that. Get both of these out of this fabric. The only issue maybe is these dots are not really as random as I would like them to be. So it might be considered a directional print. I'm going to lay out my pattern pieces on this fabric and just kind of make a judgment call. Just to see if I'm going to be very bothered by the dots not matching up, or yeah, this is going to be a wait and see. We will see what happens. Anyway, that is projects number 3 and 4, 2 and 3. Are we counting this as one project? I don't know. We'll count that as 3 and 4. Oh, and also, if I have any more fabric left out of this, I will be making headbands, scrunchies, and hats. Okay, let's move on to my third plan, and this is kind of a push because I don't know if I'm going to have time to do this, but I have this sweater knit fabric. It's a cream sweater knit fabric. As you can see, it's kind of see-through, so it's very lightweight, very drapey. I have no clue where I got it from or what the fabric content is. No clue at all. However, I have plans to make McCall 6996, and I'm thinking about making either versions A or version B, which is pretty much the same cardigan. It's just one's longer than the other. And it looks like version A takes, for the size medium, takes 1 3/4 yards, and for version B, 1 7/8 yards of fabric. Now, it does say that it is an easy pattern. It's an easy project to make, but we'll see if time permits for me to be able to turn this fabric into that cardigan. We'll see. Okay, that is the final project that I have planned for the month of December. We will see how much I get done. Again, this is a busy month for us, as I'm sure it is for you as well. But I am very excited and looking forward to cutting into some of these fabrics. Okay, guys, that is going to do it for me. I will definitely take you along the journey as I make these projects. I'll let you know the highs, the lows, and how I get on. If you have made any of these patterns, leave me a comment in the comment section letting me know, did you like them? Did you not like them? Is there anything I should be on the lookout for? If not, we'll just cut into them and see what happens. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!